Hey y'all, what's good? Thank you so much for coming back time and time again to my channel. I'll let you know that I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. We are at 563 subscribers. Thank you guys so much. Okay. Listen, I know I promised y'all 2 videos yesterday, and listen, I am at the point where I have to listen to my body. My body told me to lay down, and I listened, and I did so, okay? So, I apologize if anybody, was looking for a video yesterday. I just could not do it, but I am here today. We're gonna do part 2 of this interrogation of Darrell Brooks. Um, I did receive a lot of feedback on the first interrogation video, and I appreciate y'all for that. Um, but I still want to say a couple of things, because it wouldn't be right if I didn't, right? Um, I just want everybody to know that this interrogation, it wasn't a mic drop moment for me. I wasn't looking for like screaming or anybody losing or having lack of control. It wasn't that, but I was looking more so for a barter. And so by that I meant that Detective Carpenter, I was looking for him to look for factual analysis, right? And so we know Darrell is a liar. Detective Carpenter knows that he's a liar. It's evidenced by him lying and saying that he was slammed by the cops. And Detective Carpenter knew very well that he wasn't. Okay. So, with that information, I feel as though he should have went into the interrogation, not the interview, the interrogation. Um, Basically, giving him a small window of opportunity to lie some more and then started to offer information. So, as Darrell started to continue to ask for questions, I would tell him what I knew bit by bit to make him squirm and get him to the point where, yes, I can leave the room and let him stew in and on that for a little bit until I came back. So that's basically what I was looking for. And it's not to say that it won't happen in part two, but that's just the way that I probably would have handled given the fact that we already know that Darrell Brooks is an established liar, okay? Again, police don't need any type of confession. They more so are looking for a motive or an explanation as to why you committed the crime. So, in this next part, I'm looking for an accusatory exchange, meaning that I want Detective Carpenter to ask innocuous questions. Okay. Daryl Brooks did willingly offer background information or whatever. So, we're going to take notes of his behavior, uh, both under non stressful conditions and stressful conditions. So, we got a little bit of that in the first interrogation, the first part, I should say, of the interrogation. Another thing that I think should not happen during this is note taking. With criminals, when you take notes in front of them, it makes it clear to them that you are writing information down that you don't want to forget. And so that's important to a criminal because they're going to eventually put two and two together and know that, okay, the information you're writing down is something that you want to either research later or bring back up later. It's definitely something that you don't want to forget. And so that can make them shut down and not be forthright with information. And so we're going to look up for that. We want Detective Carpenter to establish a baseline, which he tried to do with Erica, and we saw a shift in behavior with Darrell because he felt like, okay, it's taking attention off of me. I can put the blame on someone else, which he does without any hesitation, and even over explains, which of course is a sign of him being deceitful. Okay. So I'm looking for pointed questions. By pointed questions, I want Detective Carpenter to just drill him. Okay. If I reach out to Marcus, what would he say? Were you with Marcus? Where does Marcus live? Where is he from? Who is Stephanie? We've established some of that, but he needs to go a little deeper. If I unlock your phone, what will I find? Will it be correspondence with Erica? What cell towers do you think will hit your phone at different times? Will I find correspondence with Marcus? Such things like that. If I interview Erica, how would she describe the meetup? And see where we get with that, right? Excuse me. Also, I would like to see some type of transition at some point. So a confrontation, if you will. And again, just those pointed questions. We know Marcus didn't drive you. We know your phone records will show that you pursued Erica. We know that you drove your mom's car from Milwaukee. We know you drove to the site of the parade. We know you drove to the parade. What happened after that? What caused you to drive through this parade? Did you have a fight with Erica? Were you enraged with Erica as a result of the fight? Was it just that you were confused because you didn't know where you were? You have to continue to question without giving them a chance to answer the question. I'm sorry. Um, because with that, they don't have a moment to think, right? We know we're not going to get a confession, but we got to try to do our best. So when you drill them with questions like that, they're going to try to answer you. But if you continue to ask questions, you're doing it at a faster rate of pace. You're very serious, almost demanding with those questions, seeking answers. We want to see how our suspect is going to squirm, right? Okay. Also, I think in this next clip, we're going to see Detective Carpenter kind of be a kindred spirit. So by that, I mean he's going to try to relate with Darrell via religion and see if maybe he can get him to crack with that. He's going to put on more of a sympathetic role to Darrell and see if possibly Darrell will say, okay, well, this is a nice guy. Maybe I can give him a little bit of information. We know that's not going to happen, but hey, he has to try. Okay, so let's jump right in and see what we get. And of course, I'm going to provide my commentary. So if you don't like that, then this is not the channel for you. Okay. We left off at 55 minutes. So let's resume there.
Foolishness.
Yeah, with
You know what I mean?
all the stuff going on, in the news.
And I definitely wasn't raised like that.
Right.
You know, I had my first girlfriend was a white girl.
Mm-hmm.
No, I just wasn't, my mom she didn't raise us like that. You treat everybody the way you want to be treated, regardless of skin color and regardless of social status or however they want to say. Nah, we human beings. That's what it is. You know, somebody disrespect you, then that's something else. But as far as how I was raised that way. Like we don't do that.
Sounds like a really good person.
Don't do that. And that's why I'm saying she didn't.
Erica, does she ever just make you? I can tell she's a very. She can get you. She can get you frustrated.
Tired of going through this over just.
She ever make you lose? She ever cause you to lose control?
No.
Has it ever gotten physical?
Okay, here we go. We're getting to it. So has Erica ever made you lose control? So this is Detective Carpenter trying to again use Erica as bait, which I don't particularly like, but that's just what we're gonna have to deal with for right now. He is asking if Erica has ever caused him to lose control, right? Has she ever made you so upset that you went off and did something that you should not have done? Let's see what he has to say.
Go between the two of you ever?
No, the only time it's ever got physical with me and her, my mom was standing right there, was when she would not leave because she was drunk. And my mom had to come outside to tell her, just go. Then she listened.
And where
this was in my mom's backyard. I didn't hit her, I didn't choke her, I didn't push her. She acted like she was gonna hit me with her alcohol bottle. She didn't swing it all the way at me, but she like rolls it up at me like this. And I grabbed her arm and I was like, Mom, you know what I'm saying? And then my mama came out and was like, whoa, you gotta go. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. He cheating on me. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And my mama was like, just go. I know she wasn't, you know what I mean? I knew she was just drunk. Like, that's why I said, I know. I'm not trying to, when she is not drinking, she's a sweetheart. So I'm not gonna demonize her and make it seem like, she's just some scum chick of the earth, because she's not. It's just the drinking.
How long ago did that happen, what you just told us about?
This happened in like August, September.
All right. And your mom stopped it. So
yeah, I called my mom because I didn't know. She saw it. Hell yeah, she saw it.
All right. So in regards to what happened out here with her yesterday, part of the reason I'll be straight with you that we asked some of the things we asked Darrell is part of what we got to do is fact check too, you know. So I know you're telling her, you mean she's crazy, she's off the wall, like I say.
It's just when she drinks. It's just when she drinks.
When she drinks.
I just wanted to be fair. I'm not saying she's just some
I didn't see
mental basket case. She does, when she's drunk, her words is she blacks out, so she doesn't remember. I don't know if that's true, but I know she does a 180. If you talk to her sober, sweetheart. Crack jokes, laugh, smiling, bubbly, personality. Hard not to like her.
Yeah, we got the picture on that.
Yeah. Yep.
Drunk?
Yep, got it.
I've even, my daughter, her family and all that, we've even recorded her drunk and played it back for her the next day and said, this is how you act. And she'd be like, I said all this, I did. This is how you act when you're drunk. Now do you see why people don't want to be, now you see why your family is just like basically saying, okay,
and I've seen this before. I've seen this, you're not the only guy, you know, with somebody that acts like this, so I totally understand where you're coming from. Message received.
So on that note, Darrell, you know, we still don't, for us, we don't totally know at this point. Usually a lot of times there's one story and there's the other story. A lot of times, I'll be honest, the truth is somewhere in the middle. And that's not necessarily saying you're a liar, she's a liar, all the people we talk to are liars. There's always perception, all right? And that's why, you know, we'll kind of fact check. It's like, all right, is it what this person told me is true? It's like, all right, it doesn't necessarily seem totally, but I could see how they perceive this or that. Or, you know, we fact check with someone and say, okay, yeah, this is how that happened. That's why I'm asking you some of these questions. What's your buddy's name? What's your buddy's phone number?
I know for a fact though, if she would have known her, if I did something to her, she would have called you guys immediately, especially drunk. Especially with her being drunk, she would have let it be known. I'm finna get you. She would have told me. Off top, she would have told me. Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm kind of confused. Like,
and she didn't tell you that she was gonna call cops after yesterday?
What reason would she, like? That's the whole thing. I'm thinking like you can't. So
not saying
she know you, or you think I'm? Yeah. Well, she always, every time she's drunk, she says she's gonna get me in trouble. That's like one of her main themes is when she tries to low blow me. She'll take it to, I'm not gonna let you see your daughter. It's usually, I'll get you locked up. I'll get you touched. I'll make you won't never see your daughter fucking with me.
She said that yesterday when you got that up.
Yes.
She did say
yes.
That. What specifically? Like you
she
give
said,
a lot of examples there, but what
you ain't.
You say yes.
So you out here and you ain't hanging out with me, or you ain't. I'm gonna get you locked up, and I'm not giving you your money.
Said I'm gonna get you locked up.
Yes.
Said that yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
Because
now we all know that makes no sense. She's just gonna call the police and tell them what, because you claim you didn't want to hang out with her. Like the foolery, and then you can see Detective Stern writing something down, I guess, to maybe cross reference with Detective Guth and whoever else have already questioned Erica. Again, we see him get worked up when it's time to talk about Erica. And I'm just really confused with the strategy at this point. Now, I know a few minutes ago, Detective Carpenter was starting to, let him know we're asking you these questions to, fact-based questions to check for truthfulness. And then he let Darrell interrupt him as opposed to getting really stern with him and letting him know, we're asking you these questions because we have to check for the facts. And your story and the facts that we have don't align. And so he's just letting Darrell take over this interrogation with this foolery.
the money is the reason why I even agreed to meet her.
Your 50 is worth coming out and getting.
So what's your buddy's name? Can we get that? If we got to talk to him to verify you're on the up and up and she's on some BS?
His name is Marcus.
What's his last name?
I don't know his last name.
What is his phone number?
467. Oh, wait, hope if I have my freaking phone somewhere. 467, 67, 85, 31 or 30 or something like that.
414?
Yes, sir.
And he lives in Milwaukee?
Yes, sir.
And you guys came out here together?
Yes.
Okay, so he has.
Well, like I said, Stephanie was, she's a older mixed lady, so she's not, she.
Who do you know in Waukesha other than her?
I know a guy named Terrion. I met
Terry on that.
I don't know where he lives now. I've been knowing him for maybe 5-6 years. I just know he stays in Waukesha. He comes down to Milwaukee a lot, and then he comes back up here.
How old is he?
Like 34, 35.
34. Where did?
Maybe.
Give me.
I know a lot
of.
of females.
Well, how many times have you been to Tyrion's house?
Once in like 2018.
You remember?
It was like an apartment. It wasn't a house though.
Apartment?
Yeah.
Do you remember what was near it?
I think it was like right on the main street.
What's the main street? There's a lot of streets. Like
whatever street
downtown.
What would be considered downtown?
Where all the bars and restaurants and
It's like a
shops
business
are.
district. Is Stephanie's place near downtown? There's a bunch of bars and a business district right near there.
The only thing I can remember is a gas station, like a TD Quarter gas station. I think this street is like a one-way. Whatever street is right here is like a one-way, and it's a gas station like right here.
Remember what kind of gas station? With the Mobile Speedway, Quick Trip, Hometown.
Not a Quick Trip, not a Speedway, like the blue and white one.
Blue and white. Any schools or parks nearby your house? Something like that? Anything you remember like that? Trails?
I know that park. I know that park is by old girl's house.
By whose house? Stephanie's?
Yeah.
Park. What?
I don't know the name of the park, but it has like a little creeker.
Okay, so we're getting a little bit closer. So if you pay close attention, he's actually telling on himself, mentioning the park, which we know that is where Erica was walking around with her friends and eventually met up with Darrell. So let's see how close we're gonna get with this.
It was something going on out there yesterday to where a lot of shit was blocked off.
Okay.
I don't like I said, I don't know about Waukesha. I don't know, but it seemed like everybody was at that park, kind of walking around that creek,
Like a playground type park, or like a
park. It seemed like a little creek or something. Well, I don't know if you would say a creek. What would that be? But
river?
Would that be a river? Does Waukesha have a river? Well, I know it's just a small body of water. It's like, how would I describe it?
But there were barricades blocking some shit off near there?
No, it looked like in that area.
In that area?
In that area, it looked like a bunch of shit was like blocked. You couldn't go down certain streets or some shit. I don't know, but that park is close to the old girl's house, where that's why I said, look, when our friend was like, your baby mama trying to get in touch with you.
See, this would have been a perfect opportunity to start asking more questions about the barricade. They both know that the barricades meant that was close to the entrance of the parade, right? I would have really honed in on those barricades. Where exactly were you? Where were you trying to go? What did you notice? Were there a lot of people there? Was there crowds there? Start really getting to digging deep into the information that he's giving you. He's already mentioned a park. You guys are trying to figure out what park, but the minute that he mentioned the barricades, he's starting to tell on himself. I would have started asking questions related to the area with the barricades and just really dive into that. But let's see.
And I'm like, what's up? What's she telling you? What's going on? And she was just like, well, she said she got some money for you. And I was like, why would she tell somebody else That's what I started thinking at first. Like, that's like, why is you think? Because she'll tell me the same thing. Don't tell people our business. So then when she put us in, when she merged us in, you out here, you out here, you out here. I'm like, man, yeah, but I'm like, what's up? Like, yeah, okay, cool. You gonna fit? No, not staying out here like that. I'm watching the game and I'm gone.
So she tell you where to meet, or you tell her where to
She
meet?
told me where to meet. I said, it's a gas station right here. And she was like, is it a park right there? I'm like, I don't know. Is it a park right here? They like, yeah, there's a park right down here, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, just meet me over there. I'll get the money from you, give you a hug, give you a kiss, and, I'll call you later or whatever. It wasn't supposed to be us hanging out, spending time together. It wasn't that. It wasn't supposed to be that. She got mad because I didn't want to do that. That's why I kind of figured, but like I said, I didn't see her drink. I'm not going to sit here and say I saw her drink. I'm not going to lie on her. I didn't. But when she started acting like, yeah, you finna, that's when I kind of was like, she probably been drinking. She probably haven't just stopped drinking, but you was drinking sometime today. I know you was drinking sometime today. I didn't tell her that. I said, yeah, because she's acting too, you know what I mean? Oh, you just finna get, oh, you just think you finna get the money and leave, and you must got some bitch waiting on you, and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, see, this is why. This is why I just should have just watched the game and left, dude. Like,
All right. So
the fuck, man?
So you came out. How did you get out here again?
My friend.
What type of car does he drive?
Oh, man. It's like a Kia type of car. I don't know if it's a Kia, but it's a small four-door car like that, in that type of model.
What color is it?
Like tan.
And was it just the two of you that rolled out together? Did anyone roll out from Milwaukee with you?
No, it was just us two.
Two of us.
He said there probably was gonna be some chicks over there. You know, like I said, the Stephanie girl is an older woman. She, likes to party, drink, watch the game. She cooks.
Sure.
Cool. Fuck it. Let's watch the game. Shit. I was only gonna probably go to my mom's house and watch the game there, and my mom has to go to work. So I was just gonna be sitting there like this. Fuck it, might as well go. You know what I'm saying?
Did he offer to drive?
And at the same time, cool, I can get the money from, that she been holding for me.
Yeah. Did he offer to drive? Do you have your own car? Did he offer to
drive?
No,
I don't.
How did you guys come?
I don't own a vehicle.
Don't own a vehicle?
Nope.
Do you have any car you can drive at all?
No. I have license.
So you have a license?
I do have license, but no vehicle.
Don't ever use your
I think the reason for him telling them that he has license and so that won't be a charge driving under suspension or just driving without a license. But Darrell, that's not going to matter in a few minutes. But I just wanted to point that out because I think somebody asked me um, why he didn't get charged with driving without a license. And I think it was just because he already had so many charges already, it wouldn't have mattered.
use his nephew's mom's car or anything like that.
My nephew doesn't have a vehicle. My niece is 14.
Mm-hmm.
What about your mom?
No, my mom doesn't even know how to drive.
She doesn't have a car, doesn't know how to drive?
She doesn't know how to drive.
Does
she never learned.
Okay. Does she have a car that she lets you use at all?
No.
Does she have a car at all? Maybe not that she lets you use.
No.
Does she have a car in her name at all?
I think she did at one point.
Does she right now?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say
you know of if you who doesn't know if their mom has a car or not? Like at this point, he's just getting he knows something is up. He's always known something is up. But I think he's getting nervous here because they're really starting to really come with those questions. You know if your mom had a car or not. Like, come on.
no because I don't know. I honestly don't know. Me and my mom we was kind of having family issues for a while, so we didn't talk for a while. Issues that didn't have nothing to do with this. It was between me and her. So we started back talking when I was in Georgia. So whatever she had going on when I was on the West Coast, coming back to Milwaukee, I don't know. But I can tell you this. My mom is 60-some years old. She's never drove. She doesn't know how to drive. She doesn't even have a license.
So why would she have a car?
She catches the bus to work, which I don't like her doing because Milwaukee.
Sure.
She has to go. She works at Freighter, so she has to go. The way her bus route goes, she has to go way up to like 92nd. Then somewhere she told me they don't even have a bus depot thing.
Mhm.
So it's getting cold as shit, and it's dark out there, and she's just standing out there. And I was just like, damn, I don't want. I'm like, you probably gonna have to change your route to catch the bus from downtown Milwaukee on Wisconsin Street, downtown Milwaukee, and then go up because I don't like her.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't like her doing that.
So you just argued a little bit, and then you're saying you walked away yesterday.
Yeah, I just told her. I'm not finna freaking. It was people out there. They would tell you, I did not put my hands on this woman. I did not push this woman. I did not choke this woman.
People
I did not
like-
kick this woman. I did not grab this woman. I did not do anything to this woman.
People out there, as in like just regular old civilians.
Just regular
or like
civilians. Just
People
regular,
that know you.
regular civilians.
Did you meet her by yourself?
I met her by myself.
No one from the house went with you.
No one. And there was people walking up and down the street. Like I said, it was people out because it was daytime. So it wasn't like we was just in some secluded area where it was just me and her.
Mhm.
It was people out there, and
But anybody that knows you or knows
nobody that knows me.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody that knows me. I don't know if it was anybody around that knows her, but I know people were.
He doesn't know if it was anybody around that knows her. Corey and Nick were there, and you know. So I guess this was his way of saying that he doesn't know Corey and Nick. He is unaware if anybody came to her aid. Not doing a good job, buddy.
Walking up and down the street, people were walking around that park.
Sure.
It was like basically we were out in public. Like if we was out in public, if something would have happened, people would, yo, what the hell? Like, where was we gonna go to not be seen?
All right. So I might have missed this. You touched on it. You were at the gas station or the park? I know the park's nearby. You met her at the
No, I'm
gas
saying the
station.
gas station. No, I met her at the park. The gas station was by the area that we were in. The gas station is by that park.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which car were you in when you met her at the?
I didn't meet her in the car. I walked right over there. I walked right over there to the park, and she was standing like right wherever this entrance to this park is. Like I said, it was people everywhere. So
Yeah.
anybody would see us standing out there. She was standing right there waiting for me. I walked up, gave her a hug, and she was just like, well, my friend has my purse, so I don't have the money and all this. I'm like, so you had me come way out here?
Like a power play or something?
That's basically was like, yeah. Okay. You know, you basically, you see how fast you caught on to that, and I was just like, you had me come way out here. You know, I ain't even supposed to be around you like that.
She didn't have you come way out there. You just told on yourself. You originally said that you went out there to watch the game with Marcus, and then old girl from Nevada called you, asked you what was up with you and Erica, and then three-wayed Erica in. Erica was elated to know that you were in Waukesha and said, let's meet up. Did they catch that? Y'all, what y'all think?
You had me come way out here to meet you for you to try to play and shit like this. I said, no, man, I'm gone.
Yeah. So
I'm out.
It was daylight when you met up with her. Was it still daylight pretty much when you walked away from her?
Yeah, it was daylight the whole. This was broad daylight. That's what I'm saying. Like people outside, everything going on, people walking around the park. I'm like, anybody would have saw us talking. Anybody would have saw if anything happened.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody would have saw if I did something to her, she did something to me, if I ran from the scene, if I did this, anybody would have seen it.
Do you know how she got out here to meet you out here? She didn't say?
She's apparently been staying out here.
Okay. So were you,
This is what she told our mutual friend. I don't know if that's true.
all right,
I haven't talking to her and haven't seen her in like almost a month.
that's fine.
So I don't know.
You said you don't know where your phone is. We're talking your cell phone, right?
Yeah.
You're not sure. Did you leave it? Do you keep that with you? Is that your phone that you have with you all the time? Because you seem, I don't know where it is. I don't have it. You seem confused. It's missing. Is that something?
Yeah.
with
Well.
you?
Yeah.
Like if you go somewhere, do you take your phone?
Absolutely. My mom just got me that phone. It's my first ever iPhone.
Okay.
I don't know if she was using it first kind of thing, but she was just like, I got a surprise for you. No, I never had an iPhone.
Hopefully we'll find it for you. And that's the number with the 610, if I had to call you after today, the 610, whatever.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. That's why I was asking him. I said, man, when I told them, I said, look, y'all reaching for my ID. That's why I said, how can y'all not find my flip flops or my phone? I had on some Green Bay Packer flip flops because it was game day.
Okay. Were you out here at all Saturday?
No,
You never came into Waukesha Saturday?
not at all, sir.
Okay. Is there any reason she would tell us anything different?
No. Why would
Thank
she?
you. That's one of the pointed questions that I had. Remember? If I talk to Erica, would she say something different? If I talk to Erica, what would she say about the meetup? How would she describe it? We're getting to those pointed questions and watch how his behavior starts to change.
You know I wasn't out
Hey.
here.
Women are crazy, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this woman is that crazy to just. I mean, she will lie. She's shown that, but then she, like I said, she'll just be like, I was mad. I was drunk. I was mad. And sometimes it's just I was drunk, and I'll be like, but you know you can't. Because now you making it hard for my family because now they looking at it like we don't want you around her. And I'm like, and I'm gonna be honest with you, dude, I've been back and forth with this woman for 16 years. That's kind of hard to just be like, I'm just gonna completely just act like you don't exist. You got a child. Like I'm tied to this woman. We shared so many moments that
family's important.
Yeah, I just don't want her to don't come around me if you're drinking. That's it. We would never have any issues. Never. Unless she drinks.
So after you talked to her, Darrell, where did you go? Do you have they found you, it was cold yesterday. You didn't have a jacket. Did you have a jacket with you?
I didn't initially have a jacket because like I said, I was riding with somebody else. So I figured.
But you didn't bring one in anticipation of the cold?
I didn't because I figured I'm going from the house right to wherever we're going. So it wasn't like I'm finna hang out with y'all all night type of deal. We was just supposed to be watching the game, having a few cold ones. And then I was getting dropped back off home.
So what happened, Darrell, where you ended up, so I know you say you're not familiar with the area.
At all.
I'll lay this out for you. So follow me for a minute. You say you're kind of near this park. I got an idea in my head of where you're talking, based on my knowledge of the city. It's right near Stephanie's where you're hanging around watching the game and Marcus is there. You came out here with your phone because you take it with you. How did you end up at this guy's house? Now you said when you walked away from Erica, did she go the other way? You walked away.
From what I remember, she just stood there.
Okay,
she was just standing there like.
Right.
Well,
so
whatever.
You walked away and it was over.
It was over.
It was over. How did you end up at a guy's house asking to use his phone, which is?
Thank you. Here we go. Let's see what we get.
Blocks away from Stephanie's. Okay, I can tell you that based on my knowledge of the city, based on approximately where you're telling me it is, without your phone in your shoes. You understand where that's kind of weird? How did you get to be over there? What happened?
Yeah, but what basically happened with that was when I got back over here by old girl house, I just said, because I don't really know Stephanie like that. It's my friends. friend or partner or whatever the case may be. They was getting into it about pretty much the same thing that I was getting into it with Erica about. I was just like,
Hey,
him,
who's him?
Marcus, him, her, and whoever else, Stephanie.
Was there anyone else there other than?
Yeah, at her house, yeah.
Okay.
A few girls that I didn't know, but they had already said it was gonna be people over there.
Okay. All right. So
I was pissed because I feel like I just met up with her, with my baby's mom. I just met up with her for absolutely nothing. You tell me, okay, you out here in Waukesha, I'm out here, let's meet up, I got your money, and then I walk over there and you don't have the money. Or you do or you don't. You just ain't gonna give it to me. However the case may be. So I'm just like, okay, whatever.
well, hold on.
So he just gave the motive for his domestic violence charge. You set me up. You told me you were out here. I came out here. You did not give me what you said you were going to give me. And so now I'm pissed and I feel like you set me up. That's all they needed to hear for the domestic violence charge that he's going to be charged with the next day.
So when I get back,
got you pissed, but
when I get back over there, I'm pissed.
okay.
They was getting into it, and he like, man, come on, bro, we just finna go. And I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, I just got into it with it. Now y'all into it. He like, man, this bitch tripping. Whatever, let's go. I'm like, nah. No. I'm like, I'm out, dog. And I just started
Marcus
walking.
wanted to leave?
He wanted to leave, but I don't know what the fuck he was on.
So he wanted to leave because allegedly Stephanie is tripping on some BS. He want to leave. He's your ride back to Milwaukee. You said no. You got pissed and started walking. Like, Darrell, you're not successfully lying, sir. Like, you're lying, but the lies don't make sense. Like, at least try to connect something to try to make it make a little sense, right? Like, dude, this not making no kind of sense. And I'm finally glad that Detective Carpenter is really questioning him now and getting under his skin and not giving him a chance to lie in a way that makes sense. If that makes sense to y'all. Y'all following me? Okay.
He probably didn't even get into it with old girl, but he out there like, man, let's just go, bro. Let's just go, bro.
How long have you known Marcus?
I know Marcus for years.
Okay. I'm gonna be straight with you because you've been asking me for that all along.
Thank you.
That doesn't make sense.
Thank you.
Listen to me, okay? Just listen to me.
Come on.
You go to this house. You leave. That wind was cold as hell.
Not at first.
Well, by the time it was getting later in the day, I mean, after the Packer game, you're talking 3:30, 4 o'clock, it was getting cold. I was outside for a while.
Yeah, about like
So
3:30, yeah.
by the time you're talking, it was getting cold. All right. Marcus is ready to leave because this bitch is being crazy. He's like, I'm out. You just went through the same experience from what you're telling us. You live in Milwaukee.
I don't know what exactly happened with him, though.
I mean, I told you to let me lay it out. I know you don't know exactly what happened. But who are you going to trust more? Marcus, who you've known for years, or Stephanie?
Thank you.
Why would you walk away, walk all the way down to where you did,
Mm-hmm.
leave your phone in the apartment, apparently,
Mm-hmm.
No, I didn't.
along with your
I
sandals,
didn't leave it.
and go down to where you were and not take the ride back to Milwaukee? You follow what I'm saying?
Right.
Can you understand?
I don't know if he
why that
left and
doesn't
went
make
back
sense
to
to me.
Milwaukee, though. I don't know if he did that.
But how are you going to get back if you don't get in the car?
Right.
I called an Uber. That's what I did.
So what happened? How did you get all the way to where you went? Because there's all these businesses in between where you were and where you got to. How did you end up at a random house without your shoes and your phone, Darrell?
This is what I'm saying. I had my flip-flops on. I had them.
Okay.
I just said that.
Where did they go?
I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know if when they slammed me down, they just never, I don't know. I'm knocked on 2 doors, not just the one.
So you had your flip-flops.
I had my Green Bay Packer flip-flops on. Yes.
Green Bay Packer.
That's what I'm saying. I wasn't just walking around with no shoes. That didn't happen until after the fact. That's what I'm trying to say. Like,
So I guess another question I would have for you is if you had your phone too, correct?
yeah,
Okay, you didn't leave it at the apartment.
no.
That makes sense.
That's why I was telling you it should have been on the grass. Remember, I described the phone to you. I said it's black. It has a cracked screen.
Yep. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Why are you asking other people to use their phones? Why is that guy letting
My
you?
phone was dead.
Okay. When did it die?
I have no idea.
Okay.
And I didn't have a charger.
But you used it for the three-way call.
And I used his phone for the three-way call.
Okay.
Like I said,
That doesn't make sense. You said old girl from Nevada called you on your phone. You guys talked. Erica was looking for you. She three-wayed Erica in. You see what I mean? When you repeatedly ask those questions and not really give them a chance to think of an answer, you don't want an answer. You want them to get riled up in hopes that they get confused and try to confess or lead you as close as possible to a confession. This is what I like to see. Make him squirm. Okay.
we got a mutual friend named Michelle. Me and Erica do. I've known Michelle just as long as I've known Erica. She was the one that was telling me what's going on with you and your baby mama. Y'all not talking because she trying to get in touch with you. I said, yeah, I know she probably trying to get in touch with me. Well, I'm finna merge y'all. That's how I end up talking to her and telling her I'll walk over and meet you to get the money or whatever, give you a hug, give you a kiss, whatever. I had my flip flops on then. I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't just, because the ways he was making it seem like I was just running around with no shoes to begin with.
Right.
It's like, no.
I mean, it was pretty cold. You didn't have a jacket or a sweatshirt.
Well, I didn't have a jacket to begin with.
Okay.
I didn't have a jacket to begin with, but I'm saying my shoes, I had flip flops.
You had a jacket before?
I never had a jacket.
Okay.
I had flip flops. Green Bay Packers flip flops.
No jacket.
Right, because I didn't feel like I was gonna be like I'm not gonna be outside. Well, I'm thinking I'm not gonna be outside. If I'm just going from a car to a house, it's no reason for me to have a coat on, or at least that's how I'm thinking. I always do that. That's just like if I had a car and I know I'm finna go somewhere and I'm like, I'm just going from here to there. Well, it's no reason for me to just get all bundled up and do all this and that.
Were there still a bunch of people out when you left? When you left her house?
It was still daytime.
Okay,
It was
so there were
still
a bunch
daytime.
of people when you were talking to Erica. There were still a bunch of people when you left Stephanie's.
When I was no, I wasn't talking.
When you left Stephanie's,
It was still daytime.
it was still daytime.
Yes.
Okay. Were there still a lot of people out?
It was still people out.
Okay.
It was still people out. Not a lot in that area. By the park, it was a lot of people out.
Okay.
Like I said, it looked like something was, I don't know what the hell. But it was a lot of people out. And it was, like I said, it was people, it was older couples walking down the street. It was younger people walking down the street.
It
People
was like an event or something was going on?
I don't know, but it kind of seemed like it was a lot, like it was something going on to where it was vibrant, because there was a lot of people everywhere.
Walking up and down the street.
Everywhere. It's people. That's why I'm saying, like, if I got into a fight with her right there, it would be impossible for somebody to not be like, hey, this guy's fighting this chick or whatever the case may be. Like, how could somebody not see something?
How long was it between leaving Stephanie's and those cops yelling at you at the door of that guy's house?
Was it dark when they yelled at you?
Yeah, by the time they came, it was dark.
Okay.
But we had been sitting out there. We had been sitting out there for a minute, me and the guy. We were sitting right there on the porch. We were just sitting there.
To find how long? Estimate.
See how he stuck right there? They got him. They got him. He's trying to think about how long it took from leaving in front of that school with Erica, right? how long it took him to drive through that parade, how long it took him to park his car, how long it took him to walk over to Mr. Daniel Ryder's house. How long did all of that take me? Right? Because he knows he wasn't on that porch long. I mean, he could have easily just said I was only there for about 10 minutes, right? He's trying to think, how long did it really take me to get over there and what lie can I tell them? But they have been drilling him with all of these questions to the point where he can't even think quick enough to give them another lie, in my opinion.
Almost maybe 20, 30 minutes, maybe.
Okay.
It wasn't long, but it was long enough for like 'cause like I said, he let me use his phone. We sat on the porch. We were sitting right there, just like this, just sitting on the porch. While I called me an Uber. I called the Uber. I said, look, man, I let him know. I said, look, I ain't trying to rob you or nothing like that. Because when I knocked on the door, he kind of was like, whoa. I'm like, look, I don't got no weapons. I'm not trying to break in your house. I'm not trying to rob you. Nothing like that, dog. I just need to call an Uber. That's it. I'm not, he was just like, okay, I'll come out. Boom. Yo, I need an Uber to, what's your address? He told me the address. And we was just sitting there waiting. That's how I was gonna get back home. I told him, I said, I got the money on my card. I'm not asking you for no money. I just need to use your phone. That's it. That was it. That was all. And then from there, we sat on the porch and just shot the shit out.
I'm saying, you told me last night he was cool with that. Like, he wasn't.
Yeah,
he wasn't being weird. He was like, oh yeah, I'll help you out.
Yep, we just sat there on the porch. Right. And he did ask me, he said, do you need a jacket? I said, no, I'm straight. Like I'll be home as soon as the Uber come. I know it's probably gonna cost me probably like $40 to get from me. I'm guessing. I don't know, but probably. But I had enough on my card to where I knew I can get home, and that was the main thing. I'm like, I'm just going home. She can keep the money or whatever. I didn't even try to contact her further. I just was like, I'm gone. I'm calling this Uber and I'm going home. That's it.
Let me ask you this, Darrell. So you weren't out in Waukesha Saturday, just Sunday.
Yes, sir.
Right? Okay. Nothing physical yesterday. Like I told you, you're a part in the investigation. There's a lot of parts, right? In the investigation, there's people we talk. Well, this domestic abuse thing I'm telling you about, right? Okay.
So wait.
Hold on. Let me
okay.
Let me go.
I'm sorry. I just had a question, but
you talked about being a religious man. Right.
Kindred heart strategy. This is the kindred spirit strategy that I was telling you about. So now they're gonna start talking about religion. Okay. So Carpenter is gonna play a role that, they share the same religion, they have the same values and things that they believe as Christians that they should do, tell the truth and things of that nature, and try to see if the road will break that way. So let's see what we get.
I could definitely do better.
We all could.
I'm not.
We all could. That's why.
Yesterday was a mistake. I should have just freaking watched the game and just fucking went home.
Right.
Because.
And that's the thing. What do they teach us in Christianity, Darrell? That they teach us that we're broken, right? We're sinners. Even when we're born sinners. We're broken. That's why
Psalm 51,
we're so
17.
thankful for God's grace and forgiveness, right? When we ask for it. Even though we don't deserve it. But when we ask for it, he gives it. All right? You're a father. You got 3 children, 18, 14, and 7?
Yes, sir.
All right? You got a mama that raised you well and a God you believe in.
Absolutely.
All right? And all of them are, here's the thing they'll all want, is to tell that you're telling the absolute whole truth and nothing but the truth, right?
Absolutely.
So help you God, right?
Absolutely.
Sound familiar? We've all heard that, right? And I just have concerns if I fact check that Darrell's not telling me the truth.
Here we go.
You don't have a car, so Marcus had to bring you out. You don't own a car, your mom doesn't own a car, right? So Marcus had to bring you out. So why did we find you with a car key in your pocket?
Uh-oh.
It wasn't in my pocket. I don't even know where they said that was laying on the ground.
That's yours.
Yeah. It should have been by my ID.
Yeah, it's yours. It's your car key.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. because it goes to a Ford Escape in your mom's name
Ooh,
covered in Waukesha.
ooh.
Okay.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. What did I tell y'all? We're asking these pointed questions. We're confronting him with the facts. You said you didn't have a car. That's a lie. We found the key that goes to your mom's red Ford Escape. Carpenter, let's go. Drive it on home for us.
Listen, Darrell, I'm trying to be as open and honest with you as I can be. You know,
Also, excuse me, pay attention to how quiet he is. Okay. Now, dealing with somebody like Darrell Brooks with this personality disorder that he has, and just his behavior altogether, just the way his mind works. For the longest time, he thought Detective Carpenter was on his side and he was going to be able to go home. You're asking me a couple of questions. I blamed it on Erica. You're relating, to me and with me. You understand what I'm going through. You know that women can be off the chain. He gave this whole elaborate story about how Erica set him up. And for the most part, he believed that Detective Carpenter was on his side. Now that Detective Carpenter is confronting him with the facts, Darrell is stunned. Do you see his face? Now, we all know he knew what was going on. He knew that that's why he was there. But to actually hear it, you got to remember for the whole hour and a half, Darrell has been able to talk so badly about Erica and try to blame it on her. And now the fact that Detective Carpenter is confronting him with evidence that he had all along, this dude don't know what to say. He's trying to think how he's gonna get out of this. So let's see what he does next.
I'm Christian too, and believe me, I'm not perfect, and neither are you. And I'm not calling you a terrible man. I'm not saying you were out yesterday hunting and just let me finish. But you did not walk to that house. You did not walk to that house.
Come on.
You did not come here in a tan Kia. It didn't.
And who?
You did not come out here in a tan Kia. Okay? You got a key in your pocket to a car in your mom's name. Okay? And that key works for that car. For the love of God, Marcus. For yourself, for your family. You know what happened yesterday for the people. Tell me what happened
There we go. Yes.
What?
with the car,
What am I being
with your
investigated
mom's
for?
car. You were driving goofy. People called in. You drove out of there in your mom's car, the red car. You're driving a little silly, probably because you're pissed. You met up with Erica in the car at the park.
Mm-hmm.
Now, initially, I believe you told us the gas station. Do I have that
Well,
right?
I got to keep jumping in. I just got to keep jumping in. This is called a face saving scenario. So he's laying out the facts. You drove to see Erica. You realized she lied about the money. You claimed that she was drinking. You guys started fighting. You got upset. You walked away. You got into the car. You drove to the parade. People are hurt. We found this key. It belongs to your mom. The car is registered in your mom's name. There were people all over the place, and an incident took place, right? Tell us what happened. How did you get here? How did you end up at the parade? How did people end up hurt, right? Let's see.
And then you changed it to the park. So that's an
No,
inconsistency.
no, I said the house was by the gas station. When you said what was by
You said you went
landmark.
and it was by a gas station. That's where you met her.
No. I said I met her at the park.
Okay.
At a
Well,
creek.
you met her.
I did say that.
You met her at the park in your mom's car,
Mhm.
a red Ford Escape. She got in. You talked. And what you're telling me seems pretty consistent that there was nothing physical between the
No,
two.
I didn't. No,
But you met her in the car.
I didn't put my hands on her. Nothing.
But you met her in the car.
Tim, what's going on, man?
Asking you a question.
Just be.
You were out there
Just tell
driving
me
kind
what's
of
going
crazy.
on,
Some
man.
people said you were driving kind of crazy.
Mhm.
We got reports of it. You got the key. You got the car. Did you take the car or did your mom give you the car?
Oh,
I know you know what car I'm talking about.
I just want to know.
I remember his mom called 911 and reported the car stolen. I'm pretty sure Detective Carpenter has heard her phone call where she basically outed her son. He stole my car. This is his date of birth. And yes, that's my red Ford Escape. And you see, he just asked him, "Did you steal the car, or did she give you the car?" Right?
So
Some people
now
reported,
listen,
you had all those
okay,
people
no,
out
no,
there,
no,
and
no,
they
no.
reported that
No.
car driving a bit erratic.
I know what you're saying. All I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. We've all been straight up with each other. You knew it was more to what you was asking me yesterday.
Didn't know
That
for
would
sure.
explain the FBI and all that, right?
They're not here today. So if it's that big a deal, you don't see them here today.
Come on, Kurt. We've been
You guys met in the car in the park.
we've been cool, man, the whole time. If I did something
Yeah,
wrong,
that's why they were
serious,
here. But do you see them here today? They're not here today.
yeah, but y'all lied to me, man. You made it seem like they just come for no reason.
Well, here's the thing, Darrell.
And I'm like, what
Hey,
if it's
Listen to
that?
me for a minute.
I apologize.
I can give you a clean slate here.
I apologize.
Because you have lied to us as well. Because you came out here in the red Ford Escape. Okay, that is what you came out here in. You had the key. Right? So what I want to do is try to give us all a chance to reset. You understand what I'm saying? Start over. Because you're not giving us accurate story. You didn't ride out with Marcus in a tan car. You said your mom doesn't have a car. I've just told you we've disproven that. All right? I don't know what kind of woman she is. I don't know what y'all been through. But you were seen in the car driving kind of acting a fool. Okay? In basically the same area that you've already been able to describe to me. I'm just trying to figure out how and why it happened. What made you tear out of there? What made you so mad where you're like, fuck it, and you raced on out of there? And then people call, man, this guy's, he's driving around here kind of fast.
All I want to know, like I said, y'all been cool with me. Am I charged with anything? That's all I want to know. I'll tell you anything you want to know.
Right now,
Listen. I was
you were driving a bit
so
reckless.
listen.
Might be an OWI.
Listen. No, I don't drink.
You said you had a couple cold ones during the game.
No, yeah. But I'm saying the hard alcohol, it's not my thing. I was not drunk. When you get the blood back, it's not going to be any alcohol in it. THC, for sure, because I smoke. And if it stays in your system for 30 days, then it's going to be in there. No hard alcohol. I wasn't drunk.
Okay.
Okay, so basically, you're just helping the state prove their case. You wasn't under the influence of alcohol. Okay, so that lets them know that you weren't driving, and so there wasn't an altered state of mind while you drove this parade. You may or may not have THC in your blood. So we'll wait and see that. So that's one thing they can cross off the list. You weren't impaired while you were driving. Okay.
All I was saying was it just felt like let's railroad this dude. Because that's how it felt.
When?
The whole process yesterday. And I know you guys are a little bit different than Milwaukee. I would never, two different departments, two different things. I get it. But Milwaukee would have just been like, look, we want to talk to you about this what you're charged with, this and this and this what you're looking at. With y'all, it was kind of like, y'all know, but y'all just not going to say nothing.
There were a lot of things going on yesterday. That's not a lie. A lot of officers were busy on other stuff. So
It was not
they
a lie that
weren't
we had to talk to
able
her.
to find her. They knew you had talked to her, but they weren't. She didn't call it.
All I'm
Someone
saying
else
is she
called it.
didn't say I hit her, did she?
Yesterday, no.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, because I'm like, I did not. So that's at least y'all know that that much. I did not put my hands on this woman at all. Not a choke, not a kick, not a slap, not a punch, not a push, not a grab.
Not yesterday, right?
I did not touch her.
Right, so what had you so mad? Because you had your mom's car. Or I don't know if you use it. Who uses it? You got the key in the car. Is it hers? Is it yours that she lets you use? Let's clean that part up. Whose car is it?
It's my mom's car.
Okay.
Okay.
How often do you drive it?
You live in
Not
it.
very much.
It's the red Ford Escape?
It's all I want to know. Please. Just please. Whatever you can't tell me, I understand. I understand. All I want to know, just so I can have a peace of mind, just for my girls, man. What am I looking at?
Well, the fact you were kind of racing around up and down the street. That's the first part. Right? So we're not quite there yet. I'm trying to figure out if I've got all my facts right first. So this wasn't a three-way call. Let's back up to there for a second. How did you come to meet her in the park?
So y'all can't tell me nothing?
Well, you were driving. He told you yesterday they took the blood.
Oh yeah, I know that.
So I mean,
he was gonna take that
there's
anyway.
no
Right?
OWI there.
The OWI.
Got some reckless driving.
See, right here, I would have just told him. And I know a lot of y'all don't agree with me, but we've established everything that we are going to with Erica, right? I'm pretty sure that Detective Carpenter knows he's lying about Erica, and so we don't need to keep doing the same song and dance. We don't need to talk about it anymore. Um, he either was or wasn't still upset with her when he drove off. It is what it is. But at this point, we've already established that he had a car key in his pocket. We've already established that the car is not his. We already linked him to the car, the driver of the car, right? So I would just tell him, some people saw you driving through the parade. And I would see how he squirmed with that information. I would start there. Some people said that they saw you driving down the street while parade was taking place in a red Ford Escape, the same red Ford Escape that matches the key that was in your pocket. I would not let him talk about Erica anymore. Period.
Reckless driving.
Yeah, because you kind of accelerated out of there. Why did you tear out of the park so fast?
Reckless driving.
Why'd you tear out of the park so fast?
So you don't gotta tase me, dude.
Sorry. Just replace it with my hand.
No, I'm just saying. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy
No, that
here.
wasn't that.
No, I did tase before, so when I see that, it's like, whoa, you don't have to do that, man. I already got slammed on my shoulder.
My bad. There was nothing there.
Okay,
That was just me resting my hand.
I'm just saying.
Yep. Nope.
I'm not gonna fight. I'm not gonna try to run. I'm not gonna try to hurt anybody or myself or anything.
That's my bad. There was nothing. There's no message there.
What am I looking at, man? I don't have a problem with telling you everything you need to know. I just want to know what I'm looking at, just for my kids' sake, so I can just at least.
So we're fact collectors. Like I was telling you before, my job isn't to pin something on you that you didn't do. My job is to figure out what happened, what the truth is. And as he was explaining before, there's, one version, somebody else's version. In the case of the domestic stuff, Erica, what she said to the officers, what you're telling us, and sometimes, most of the time, the truth somewhere in the middle. So our job is to collect all that. At this time, you're not being charged with anything. Nothing's up at the DA's office. I haven't written any report. Jay hasn't written any report.
That's what I was saying, because I'm still like, I haven't had a chance to talk to anybody. So I was just kind of like, if I did get the opportunity, I'm going to call, obviously, home to see if my girls are, see if my girls are okay. So what am I supposed to tell them? Like, what's going on? I don't know what I'm facing. I don't know if I'm even coming home. I don't know. Right. You know what I'm saying?
And that's kind of the point of this interview with you talking to us, so we can get that background. And, if there are charges, that they're appropriate. Like we said, Erica, intoxicated, troublemaker, previously recanted about stuff. That's stuff that we're gonna go look into. Hey, Milwaukee, you ever had this lady call and say, hey, that was garbage that I said? You know, you told us that she's done that in the past.
She does it every time.
Right.
And that's like I said, you said you talked to her, right? Honestly.
No, I didn't talk to her. We listened to the interview.
You want any more of this to eat?
That fish sandwich.
That fish
It's in a bigger bag.
Oh,
The little bag you
I
can
just
throw.
brought them both, I didn't ask.
Okay.
So like I said, we're just here collecting the
well,
facts. That's the point of this interview, is to collect facts. Because I don't want to tell you that, you know, you're charged with X, Y, Z if you didn't do X, Y, Z. We got to collect it. It's all fact gathering.
I just feel like y'all know more than what y'all say though. And that's what has me like why should I cooperate when there's no cooperation with me? Nothing I'm saying is gonna help me.
I mean, like, it doesn't make sense to you that we're trying to gather the facts.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't make sense, you know,
Okay.
what you guys are doing. I'm just saying I don't want to get railroaded by people not being honest. That's all I'm saying. And if I don't know what I'm looking at, it's like, what the hell? Like, why should I just sit here and be like, oh, this is everything and blah 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 blah, and then people come back and be like, okay, well, okay, so now we're gonna charge you with this and this and this and this and this when y'all knew this.
But that doesn't make sense at all. Because my thing is, if you truly didn't do anything and you're being cooperative, they can't just force charges on you, sir. They can only charge you based on the facts and the evidence. Despite what you say, even if you admitted the truth and tell them everything that happened, that is not what your charges are going to be based on. Your charges are going to be based on the evidence that they've collected. This is just a preliminary thing that they're required to do by law. Okay? That's all this is, Darrell. So it doesn't matter if you tell the truth or not. Nobody can railroad you into anything. Maybe you're referring to the fact that the police can legally lie to you about certain things to try to get a confession. But either way, if they lie or you lie, that's not what you're charged. They're not going to say, okay, well, you're charged with lying about what took place. That's not how that goes. So you're wasting their time. You're wasting all of our time. Just say, I would much rather you say, "I don't know what happened. Let's end this interview," than sit up here and keep going rounds and rounds because we're not gonna get anywhere and you're still gonna be charged either way.
From the door.
Oh, we don't know that we're gonna charge you. That's, again, the fact
And
gathering.
it's like,
We're asking
dude.
the questions about, you know what I mean?
Part of me thinks that the reason why this interview was as long, or I should stop saying interview, the reason why this interrogation was as long as it was is simply because they're waiting for more details to come in. So they know 5 people died, but I guess they need more information. Um, I guess maybe to just interview him or see if he'll eventually admit to something. And so I'm assuming that's why they held him as long as they did with these questions, just to try to get as much information from other officers and detectives or whatnot. I don't know.
That's why we ask the questions, so that we can figure it out. Like we said, our goal isn't to get you in trouble and pin anything and everything on you. Our goal is to find out the truth about what happened. You know a version of events that happened, and we want to hear that from you so that we understand that
By me
version
not-
of events.
By me being 100% honest, I'm still gonna get charged with not being honest.
That is not true. There's no such thing. Maybe he's thinking about when you get arrested and charged with lying to an officer, but that's not what this is. That's not what this is. He's talking about, um, yeah, like lying to a police officer, filing a false police report, something of that nature. That is not what this is, Darrell. You're mistaken.
You know, obstructing?
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
That's not, yeah, that's
You
not
know what I
reasonable.
mean? And it's like, I'm only doing that.
I'm not doing that.
My thing is,
Or yeah, obstructing. You wouldn't that wouldn't be a charge for you. That would maybe be a charge for your boy Mumu, like if he tried to obstruct an investigation. You can't obstruct yourself. That doesn't even make any sense.
I don't have. I know that I didn't put my hands on this woman. I know, like I
And I realize that Mumu has passed on, so please don't come down me hard in the comments. Maybe that was distasteful of me to say that, so I apologize if it was. Let's think of somebody else. If your boy Jay Prince tried to obstruct the investigation, then that would be a charge on him, but you can't obstruct yourself. So I apologize if that was distasteful of me to say.
said, this. I love this girl, man. Like, regardless to anything, we gonna end up being together. That's why I don't understand why we go through like why people can say something that they know didn't happen and you still get jammed up for it. I don't think it's right.
No, and that's why we're asking those questions, so you don't get
I
jammed
think
up
she
any
should have
further.
just been like, look, man, this because I haven't been even talking to her. I haven't been trying to get in contact with her. I haven't been trying to reach out to her. I haven't been doing any of that, but she's been doing it with me. And the fact that yeah, you do have some money in mind that you were holding for me. I do need that at this point, but don't make it seem like I'm just the type of guy that just wake up in the morning and just want to beat the hell out of you. Like I'm not that type of dude.
No, I know.
And you know, and she knows this.
I don't believe that you are. But what the picture that you're painting for me is that yesterday she did that to you. Hey, I got money. I got your money. You go, she doesn't have your money. You get mad. You do the right thing. You didn't hit her. You didn't succumb to any of those.
At all.
Right.
I did not put my hands on this woman at all. I'm sorry about that.
No problem. You didn't do any of the things that lesser men would do when they get pissed off at their ladies that's dicking them around.
I know how to.
So you got mad.
I know how to remove myself.
Right. So you got mad and you removed yourself. But when you removed yourself, you tore out of there in the car in your mom's Escape, and you were driving.
Where were you
a
going?
movie.
Where were you going when you left? When you pulled away in the car?
This is my thing.
Come on.
Anything that I say, I've been through this too many times. I try to be cooperative, straight up with, and then I'll come back and I still have a million charges, and nobody was straight up with me. And it's like nobody don't have to lie to me. If I'm facing some serious charges, I'm facing some serious charges. If I'm not, I'm not. I just be wanting to know the truth. They don't even have to tell me what the charges are. Just, hey man, it's kind of bad, or hey man, like, you keep showing us the real. We wipe this off, and you just give me, you know what I mean, and then we go from there. That's different. But every time I go through this, even when I know, I'm like, okay, like I just went through this with her, and I'm like, I know I didn't do nothing. It's no reason for me not to, talk to the guy or the police guy or whatever. So I know I didn't do anything. I know she's gonna sit up and be like she was just drunk, she was mad, which she did, which I told him she was gonna do. And this guy was just like, oh yeah, well, blah blah blah. Come back and I got 7, 8 charges, and I'm like,
It was not 7 or 8 charges. It was 1 charge until you started intimidating her. And you got 2 more. So you got 3 charges, sir. We want you to answer where you were going. Stop dancing around here. Detective Carpenter, come on now. I'm rooting for you. Let's get back on where he was going. Stop letting him talk about Erica. We've already established this.
what?
So your issue right now with us is you feel like we're not
I'm
sharing.
getting railroaded.
Okay.
I know I am. No, y'all not telling me what's really going on.
But we're not getting the full truth either.
I know, but and what I was saying was,
I didn't get an issue. So when you left, you guys met in the car. You didn't walk there. She got in the car.
If I tell you everything that happened, are y'all gonna be straight up with me about what I'm facing? That's all I want to know.
What difference will it make? If they lie to you about what you're facing or not, what difference does it make? Either way, you're still going to jail. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And ultimately, it's not up to them. They can tell you what you're facing, but the DA has to charge you, sir. He's just so helpless at this point. He don't know what to do. Eating that cold ass cardboard ass McDonald's.
What
I
you
don't want
have
to
to
know
understand,
anything else. I don't need you guys to tell me, hey man, this is this, that is that, this is this. I just want to know.
So I don't know the entirety
just
right
for the
now.
fact that, like I said, my girls.
Yeah, no, I got you. I don't know the entirety right now. So while I'm here, a couple officers talked to Erica.
Mhm. Mhm.
I'm not the only one working on it, so I don't know everything. I got a report to a boss, so I don't know exactly everything that's going to be yet. And that part's not a lie. I don't know.
That is not a lie. He doesn't know everything. That's why they're in there gathering information to take back to the DA. Darrell, they don't owe you the courtesy of telling you anything about what you're being charged with. They are there to do a job. Collect facts. That is it. They're not there to hold your hand, be your friend, lie to you, nothing else. Okay? You've been through this how many times now? You know the drill.
Know exactly everything that's going to be yet. I'm just trying to figure out to get to that point where I can have a clear idea and call who I need to call to get some of the information to find that all out. I'm trying to get a clear idea of what really happened regarding you and her. And when you drove away, where you were going. Or did you not know? You know what I'm saying? Because right now I don't know everything.
Wow.
Because I'm out here and they're out there. I'll watch.
Right. And I'm like, how long do I gotta sit in this? Where are we at?
Skigo.
How long do I gotta sit in this jail before I can call somebody? Get a phone call, let my daughters know, hey man, I don't know what's going on, but it's good to hear your voice. Are y'all okay?
Yeah, we're trying to get to that point, Darrell, but the question I asked you when you left, where were you going? Did you know or did you not know? Were you just mad and you left? Where were you going when you initially drove off? That's easy. If you didn't know where the hell you were going.
And I just don't understand why he can't be honest here. Like, we know he's a liar, but him, if he just says, I don't know about Waukesha. I was pissed when I left from Erica and I drove away. I accidentally drove onto a parade park. That parade route, that part is not a lie. That part is not a lie. You didn't know where you were going. You didn't realize you turned down the wrong way by the gas station. And you didn't know that you were driving onto a parade route until Detective Casey tried to get you to stop. So what's so wrong with you saying that part, sir? Like, come on, Darrell, give us a little something.
You didn't have an idea. You didn't have a particular destination in mind. So be it. And we've been talking a couple hours. You want to sit and eat a minute?
Yeah, give him a
I wish they
minute.
have some Tylenol.
Uh-oh.
I've been trying to fight this pain, man, since
They might. I don't know.
they show.
I don't know how. Did you ask them?
Yes,
So they don't.
they just said they'll see.
Okay.
We'll see.
They don't owe you Tylenol.
It hurt worse now than it did yesterday or
Okay.
last night, rather.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be sore.
It's definitely sore.
There's no doubt about that.
Oh my God.
Uh-oh.
See if we can round up some Tylenol for the meat.
Yeah, we can see if we can. How about we see if we want me to see if I can find some?
Yeah, I just wanted.
Let me see if I can find some.
It's so many things going through my mind right now. The pain,
You don't know.
I didn't even know she called or
She didn't call.
Call
I
the
think
cops or-
yeah, someone else did. I know you said you lost your phone, or you didn't
Yeah.
know where it went dead, and now you don't know where it is. If we find it, so we know it's yours, can get it back to you. I know you said it's cracked, but
no. Well, the
They're up.
screen is cracked, but it has a I don't think it went all the way to the
What's
glass.
the code? So we know it's yours and if we can try to return it.
It doesn't have a number code. You have to
Can you draw it?
do it with that.
You draw it?
It's dead. It's not even gonna turn on.
Well, yeah, but
We don't want to
we
give you
can
somebody
charge
else's
it. We don't want to
phone.
give it to somebody else. It's like,
It's a 7.
I draw the keypad right there.
It's
Typically, it's 6.
the phone is dead. So
They
But
can
like I said, we
charge
can
it.
charge it. I don't want somebody else to say, "Oh, that's my phone."
You
Now we're giving your property to somebody else.
wait a
You know what I
minute.
mean?
So that sounds like y'all got my phone.
If we find it. I didn't say we had it. I said if we find it.
It's a 7.
All right, so in that direction? Okay. All right, so this way down? Okay. No, I don't know if they have it now, but if we find it, you don't have it, so it would think to be in somewhere in the area of that house.
Man, wow.
So you want us to look for
Man.
some Tylenol?
Yeah, it would be good to just kill some of this pain, but like I said, man, I don't want you guys to be like, man, it's just so much going through my head. The main thing I'm thinking about is my girls, man.
Mm-hmm.
And man, Erica, man, I love that girl, man, and like, there's no reason for her to put me in this type of position because you're mad at me, dude. You know I didn't put my hands on you. You know I did. Yeah. Not one thing, like I said, not a slap, not a punch, not a kick, not a push, not a choke, a grab. I didn't snatch her up, or you know what I'm saying? Nothing. I wouldn't even been around you if you didn't say you had my money. I would have never came around her. I would have just let it play out, and then eventually we're gonna talk. That's smart. We're gonna talk. We're gonna eventually be back around each other. Our only problem is when she drinks. When she drinks, that's when everything goes left. That's the only time me and her ever have issues. The only time. Like she's not a bad woman, man. It's just that alcohol. It just I don't know what it does to her. She's been drinking for a long time, and it just makes her. You'll be like, I don't even know this person, and then when she's sober again, I'm sorry, I'm this, I'm that. She's crying, she's this, she's that, and it's like I love you anyway. I just want you to stop drinking. That's it. Just stop drinking, man. You
Get rid of that stuff, right?
man, man, we've lost so much, not just me and her. We've both lost so much because of it. It's to the point, like I said, where my mom's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. If she drinking, she can't be. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be like that because we all family.
Your mom's a pretty good judge of character.
Yeah, and I'm just like, come on, man. Like,
His mom is absolutely not a good judge of character. Absolutely not. Do you know who her son is and what he's done? Come on now. I'm offended.
we gonna be together anyway. So why keep having me go through all this and that when I'm trying my hardest to get back on track, man. I'm tired of sitting in places like this, being cuffed, getting my freedom taken from me. I'm tired of it. I'm not a bad dude, man. I don't run around here robbing people and carjacking people and some of this shit. I don't sell drugs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not into none of that shit.
No, no one here said you were.
I know. I'm just saying. I'm not into none of the garbage.
No one here said you were.
It's just I have a freaking problem with my baby mama because me and her love each other and she drinks and we won't stay away from each other. That's my biggest thing right now.
Right.
Is the fact that You can't expect me to just throw 16 years just down the drain and be like, oh, I'm just gonna act like she doesn't exist. I'm not gonna do that to her. And then that's only gonna hurt my daughter because my daughter is like she really pushes for that. I want you guys to work it out. I want you guys to get along more. I want you guys to. And if I'm telling my daughter, oh, I'm not messing with your mama, blah 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 blah, it's gonna hurt her too. And I want to be happy, but I want my girls and my kids to be happy. And I'm saying all my girls, mom, Erica, my daughters.
Just want what's best for them.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, you seem like
uh,
no one's saying, no one's saying you're a, no one's saying you're a terrible guy here, Darrell. But you don't. I'm just asking for you to make sure you're being straight about everything with Erica and how you got out here. Want us to go? What were you gonna say?
I said, yeah, I know you. It's just, man, it's just hard. It's just hard going through. It seems like I just can't catch a break, man. This one of my open cases is almost 2 years old. I've been fighting this, and I've been getting everything back on track. Had my job, lost that from just being like I said, I didn't get fired or anything, and I wasn't the only person that got laid off, so it wasn't just a me thing. A lot of people lost their job. Um, man, it seemed like right when I'm like right, I can feel it like I'm gonna turn that corner, everything's gonna line up, something happens. And it's like, what am I doing to deserve it? I can see if I was.
Now there probably is some truth to that. Sometimes with career criminals, they do try, and I can't speak for Darrell because I don't know his entire life. But there's some truth to that statement. A lot of times they will try to get back on track and then they just fall back into those habits and continues to create crimes. So there may be a little bit of truth to that. Unfortunately, he is right back up in some type of mess and here we are. But there may be a little truth to that.
Involved with a lot of the shit that goes on in Milwaukee. I can see that, but I'm not. I'm still getting fucked over. You know what I mean? It's like, man, man, dude. All I keep seeing is my baby girl's face. I just keep seeing he's like a replay.
Your 14-year-old or your youngest?
My 7-year-old. She's like a daddy's girl. Like, like I don't even think I could stress it. Like I couldn't even stress it. Like a daddy's girl.
Right.
And it just, man, I'm just besides physically hurting, I'm just like my heart is hurting, man, because I keep having to go through stuff like this and being away from her. I'm missing her grow up, man. My mom's getting older. Tomorrow ain't promised. Something can happen to her, and I'm in a situation like this, and I can't even help my family. I can't even help. God forbid if something's to happen to my mom, I can't even help her. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a lot of things that I think about because I'm getting older, and it's like my mom ain't gonna always be here. My sister died when she was 31. I've been helping raise her kids since. Her son is grown now, but she still got a 14-year-old. That she never even got a chance to see her son walk across the stage. I got a chance to see my son do that. That's a
Lies.
proud moment. Like I got my son through high school. Now I'm waiting on the girls, man. It's just like it's so much for me to look forward to, but it's like this woman, man, and I love her to death, man. I want her to be my wife, man, but I just wish somebody could tell her that.
No,
Like,
I know somebody left me a comment on one of my videos basically saying that the reason why they let this interrogation go on as long as it did was just to play out something to play out for the jury to see uh what did they say? Basically, I guess evidence for the jury just to see how he didn't care um about what happened, how much of a liar he is. And that is some truth to that, but they didn't need 4 hours worth of a lie. Like, a little bit would have been okay. An hour worth of a lie, is fine for a jury because ultimately they can't play off of emotion. You know what I mean? They have to go off of the evidence just like everybody else. So there was enough evidence, or they're building evidence at this particular time of this interrogation, to where them having 20 minutes, 4 hours, 10 hours worth of lies, it wouldn't have made a difference. You know what I'm saying? So um we're going back into this circle. Back, we're doing this dance again. They're talking about Erica. They're letting him go on and on about Erica. Erica has nothing to do with him driving that car. Now, Detective Carpenter was headed that way, and for whatever reason, he let Darrell take back over this interrogation. They were actually getting ready to get up and leave, and Darrell um, pulled them back in, and so they didn't move. And so now we're back on Erica and this pity party. I'm probably about to skip through a little bit. Let's go ahead and do that.
I wish somebody could really tell her, like, man, this dude loves you, man. Why are you doing this to this guy, man? He literally wants to marry you. 16 years, man, off and on. I'm not, don't go mess with him.
Actually, be more painful than a break.
Whatever they did, it hurt so bad.
Want to keep the food? Why don't you keep the food and the soda, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
God. Ah.
I think we got that Tylenol.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Darrell.
What's going on, man?
Let me get you the tunnel.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Am I looking at a domestic?
That's what we're trying to figure out with her. Trying to figure out how credible she is. When you're telling us, don't tell me she's regret.
Let's skip a little bit. I think I want to get to.
She's not a bad person. I'm not gonna sit here and bash her and make it seem like she's not a bad woman. She's not. A heated argument, and you grabbed her, or you choked her, or you slapped her, or you punched her, or kicked her, or pushed her down.
Yep. And we talked about
and
that.
then that would be like, yeah.
And I told you that you didn't accuse you of any of that stuff yesterday. Right? But we're beyond.
That was my life.
Even if you're there, you can still do things to make life better.
No.
You can have peace within and with God. You don't believe you can? Why not?
I used to think that I was a lot stronger than what I am, because my mom used to always tell me, you have my strength, you're not like your sister. My sister passed away, but she was more like my father, and I'm more like my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And she would always tell me,
Let's
you have
just.
my strength. Yes, sir. Look,
Here we go.
where the charges go again?
Let's watch something. Let's watch something.
More in.
Now, mind you, guys, before we watch this, and I think after he gives him this little tidbit, we're going to end it because I'm tired of the back and forth about Erica and all of that. But Darrell had no idea that there were more than 300 videos of this incident. He also wasn't aware of the surveillance via different businesses that were on the route. There was actually an aerial view. I'm sure many of you have seen it, if not all of you, where it captured him driving through the parade. And of course, people already had their cellular devices out because what? They're videotaping this beautiful parade, their kids having a good time. And so unfortunately for him and fortunately for us, they were able to get that video evidence. And so, for whatever reason, Darrell didn't realize that that existed. And also, people like him hate receipts. And so this is a beautiful moment between Detective Carpenter and Darrell, mainly because he keeps asking him to show him or tell him what he's facing, what did I do, so on and so forth. And so now he's going to show you in 4K what you did. And you don't want to see it because if you see it and acknowledge it, it's real. And people like you do not acknowledge anything that makes you look bad. Okay. So let's watch this and then I'm going to end it.
Terminating stuff. I'm already like I'm about to lose my life, man. Can I ask a quick question?
Hold on, watch it.
I know. Why do you want me to watch it?
Yes, I'll show you. I just want you to watch it. Watch it.
Why though?
Watch it for me.
Why though?
Because I want you to see what's in the video. Did you watch it?
No.
Will you?
I just want to know why you want me to watch it.
Because I want you to see what's on the video. Why don't you want to watch it?
I just want to know why you want me to watch it. I didn't say
I just want you to
I
see
didn't
what
say
I
I
told
had a
you.
problem.
You're not accepting the answer. I told you I want you to see what's in it. That's why I want you to watch it.
You wanted information from us, we're
I
sharing
want
it.
you to watch it and see what's in it. Yeah, it's a good point. It's information sharing. Okay, so I want
Yeah,
you
but
to watch
like
it and
you
see what's
trying
in
to.
it.
It's like you like badgering me like a little
But
bit.
Darrell, you asked me a question. Okay? And this is more than what we had before. So I am showing you more. I'm asking you to watch it. Will you watch it?
I mean, I don't have a problem with it.
Okay,
Or I
that's
just
fine.
want to know what was the reasoning.
Because I want you to see what's in it.
I mean, I'm pretty much.
It's not complex. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just that I want you to see
I
what
understand.
happens.
I'm just saying I already know. I already have an idea from what you guys was saying earlier.
But I want
So
you
it's
to
like-
see it.
It's like watching my like all I'm thinking about right now is
Here, we'll talk in a
what a
second.
hell of a journey it's been, but this is how my story ends. That's all I've been thinking about. Like it's nothing that I want to.
Can you look down?
Why do you want me to see that card? Why?
Because I think it's important.
Why is it important? Is it to make like what is it?
Well,
to
why don't
do?
you want to look?
I'm just asking. I'm not trying to raise my voice at you, or I'm not.
I'm just asking you why you don't want to look.
I'm just saying, why do you want me to look?
He told you.
Because I think it's important. So you see what happened.
You said you told me
You
what
see-
happened. You already told me what happened, huh? Y'all told me what happened. I understand my life is over. I'm trying to come to grips with that. I'm trying to come to grips with the fact that this is how my story ends. From trying to love somebody, I'll never see my kids again. My mom, my relationship is gone from. It's like, what is it? What is it to look at more? My life is for me to look at my life end.
That's you, Darrell.
Is it looking at my life ending?
You got the
Yes.
same photo. I'm just telling you that. Okay? I think it's important you see these.
Mm-hmm.
It's important for me to see my life end
Yep.
It is important for you to see them.
for my life to end.
Are
Mm-hmm.
we gonna keep going round and round about this, or is there something you want to tell me?
Thank you. Is there something you want to say?
Everybody knows what was going on from that. Y'all knew last night why I was getting investigated, why I was, you know what I'm saying?
There's our children right there. Those are kids. See that little kid right there? You gonna look at it? You're too hurt?
Yeah,
Emotionally?
don't do that, hurt. Please don't.
Don't do that?
Don't do that. Please, man.
What bothers you?
It bothers me that my life is over when I wasn't. I had no intentions of even being in a situation where anybody would get hurt, harmed by me or anybody else. It's not my intentions. Never was my intentions to even meet up with her until the money situation came. And Just meeting up with her, man, is the reason my life is over.
Not gonna look at it.
I said it hurts. It hurts, man.
Is your life's over?
Yeah, man. I'm not this dude, man. I'm not a monster, Hurt.
Right.
I'm not a monster, man. I know y'all probably don't care. Y'all on the other side of the badge, man. Y'all don't care, man.
Dude, what do your kids want you to do right now? What'd your mom want you to do right
Be
now?
at home. And
No,
that's
about
not gonna
this.
happen.
About this.
I don't know. I didn't talk to anybody. I haven't talked to anybody.
You know what they'd want you to do.
No, I don't.
Are you sorry about this?
Wow.
Enough screwing around, man. What would they want you to do?
Man, just take me to jail, man. That's where I'm going anyway. Just take me to jail so I can end this shit.
He's so disgusting that instead of just saying, I didn't mean for this to happen, I apologize, you want them to just take you to jail and now you're going to throw this pity party as if you're going to go commit you know what. I've had enough of this interrogation, guys. Um, and I don't have anything else to say about it. It is just disgusting, right? Um, so this is my last video on this. There is not going to be a part 3 or 4 because there is nothing else that I need to talk about as it relates to this interrogation. This is just disgusting to me. We didn't get anything out of it. I am glad that Detective Carpenter was able to confront him with facts. It took him 3 hours, but he was able to confront him with facts. We didn't get anywhere. Darrell is not sorry. He's not remorseful. He will never acknowledge any of this because it's all about him. He will continuously blame Erica, and I'm just glad that Erica is free from this monster. Okay? Y'all leave me some comments, and I will see y'all next time. I plan on going live on Wednesday at about 7:30, and we're gonna switch gears. We're gonna talk about somebody else on Wednesday. So I hope you guys can join me. As always, y'all be easy. Peace.